So, Indiefoxx and Amouranth ban. Now, obviously, a lot of people have wanted me to talk about this, and I'll go ahead and I'll just kind of, I'll get into it, okay? I think that a lot of people do want to hear about this, and, you know, some people might not know. So, recently, there's been a bit of information, a bit of things that have happened. I'll just open this up on LSF, and I'll just kind of go ahead and show you guys here. Okay. Indiefoxx and Amouranth both got banned. Yeah, they both got banned on Twitch. Now, my understanding is that this is only a 3-day ban. So, I was gonna say Blizzard. Twitch gave them a slap on the wrist, which I think is kind of funny. The reason why I think that it's really funny is because, like, I mean, some of the, like, both of them, they gotten banned multiple times for doing the same shit. Like, I thought the way that the system worked was if you get suspended and you do the same thing again, the punishments escalate. But these are people that have gotten suspended 4 or 5 times for the exact same thing, and nothing seems to matter. Like, they're actually getting preferential treatment. They are, it's obvious. Everybody fucking sees it. And it's ridiculous that it's happening. If somebody else did the same thing wrong 5 times, let me ask you a question. If somebody else did the same thing wrong, if Forzen, this is a good example, if Forzen, myself, XQC, Soda, any of these other people did the same thing wrong 4 times in a row, do you think that they'd get more? Barry, look at Barry. Barry got insta-permit for a long time. Do you think that they would get a 3-day suspension, or do you think it would be at least a month? Yeah, it would be a fucking permanent ban. It would be a permanent fucking ban, and everybody knows it. Like, the idea that you can just continuously skirt the rules and try to break the rules and get as close as possible to breaking the rules as you can, and then every once in a while, whenever you go over the line, you get a slap on the wrist that inadvertently drives more traffic to your channel and emboldens you to do it again, making the website look fucking stupid. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I don't know what Twitch is thinking. I really don't. And it's just sad. John Zerka, yeah, John Zerka did sexual content, and Twitch permabanned his ass. Why is this any different? Like, everybody knew that what they were doing was against the TOS. Everybody knew it. Even they knew it. So how are you doing something that you know is against the TOS for weeks on end, and then finally your account gets actioned for the same thing that you've done 3 or 4 or 5 times in the past, and you don't get anything more than the same punishment that you've received multiple times before then? That's not fair. That's straight up not fair, and there's no reason for that to be the case. It's a gender card? I don't know if it is or not. I have no idea. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think Twitch suspended them to make the community generally happy, and I think they're going to come back and just move on to the next meta. It's just going to be the next meta. There's going to be, whether it's, you know, bending down to write, you know, like your people's names on like on a board or something like that. There's just going to be the next thing like this that people are going to do instead. It's not like this is going to stop or anything like that, because the reality is that this is what their content is about. Farting meta, yeah, the farting meta, exactly. Like, and like, there's also this, I think there's this other girl that got banned for doing the same stuff. She was like, she had her ass faced towards the camera, and she was like giving a fake blowjob to like a popsicle or something like that, and they banned her, and she pulled the race card about it. I mean, that's stupid too, right? But the thing is, like, that person hasn't been banned a bunch of other times before, right? I saw the clip. Yeah, this whole situation, and here's really what the situation is doing, okay? I want you guys to understand this. This situation is creating, this situation is creating resentment and frustration in the community, and I think the reason for it is because every single person can see that there's clearly something wrong here. There's clearly something wrong here in the approval or the process of punishment, right? And what is it doing? It's having people say, this is making people think that there's actual sexism and women are getting preferential treatment because these people are clearly getting preferential treatment. Maybe other people don't have the balls to say it. I fucking do. It is obvious they are getting preferential treatment, and everybody fucking sees it. That's why people are pissed off about it. I think that Twitch should either say, you know what? Fuck it. Let's let them suck all the popsicle dicks that you want. Show your ass in front of the camera and do whatever you want to do. But don't have it in the rules that you can't do it. I don't care if they want a sexual section of the website. I think a sexual section of the platform would be fine. Now, I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't. I think it's a bad idea for the platform, but I'm not really going to care. Like, if that's the direction they want to take the platform in, that's fine. But here's what I think Blizzard... I keep saying Blizzard. It's not Blizzard. For once, it's actually not Blizzard fucking up. It's a new company that's fucking up. And I think that they have played into this completely disingenuous and untrue mentality that they don't know what they're doing. They don't know why they're doing this. Well, we're not going to punish people for being sexy. While the guidelines have been about sexually suggestive content, being found sexy by others is not against our rules. And Twitch will not take enforcement against women or anyone on our service for their perceived attractiveness. Give me a fucking break. Everybody knows it's not accidental. And it's insulting to anybody's intelligence to even consider the idea that people are stupid enough to not believe otherwise. Like, it is insulting to me to hear that it's like, oh, well, we're not going to ban people just for being attractive. This is an insult to my intelligence. And it's an insult to everybody's intelligence. Here's what I have a problem with, okay? This is what I am worried about. I'm going to be honest. Is that every single day that this goes on is one day closer to a Fox News, a CNN, an MSNBC expose on Twitch exposing minors to porn and being a gateway to porn. Especially when these people are using the Twitch email system to advertise their OnlyFans. And when that happens, guess who loses? I do. I make less money on ad revenue because these things affect my ad revenue. Because what fucking advertiser wants to advertise on a platform that's not moderating content that's supposed to be seen by kids? Especially when it's used as a direct gateway to actual porn. This is not an exaggeration. This is not an overstatement. This is exactly what it is. I don't think Twitch even gives a shit, to be honest. I think they just did this to make people happy. And the reason why I think that is because people are still doing the exact same stuff. They're doing the exact same stuff now. Look at that. I think that I think all of those streamers are going to come back. I think they're going to just take a vacation and they're going to come back and just do a new meta instead. On it, they'll be called sexist on Twitter. That's why they don't do it. No, they're not. They're not going to be called sexist on Twitter for cracking down on a girl whose primary content is her ass. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, there's going to be like 3 nutballs that complain about it, and nobody cares. The idea that this is some kind of fucking horrible issue and Twitch can't deal with it is insane. Just because a few idiots get mad about it on Twitter, it really doesn't matter. Trust me, as somebody who has idiots mad at them on Twitter regularly, Twitter people getting angry really doesn't matter. And I genuinely mean that, guys. I really, really do. It doesn't make a difference. It goes away in a day or two, and it doesn't matter to anybody except for a few select group of people. Other than that, nobody else gives a fuck, period, man. They're called sexist 7 years ago, and it required streamers to wear, what do you call it? To wear clothing to cover cleavage. The thing is, though, it's not about the cleavage or not, right? I mean, if you are sitting there talking to a camera and you are wearing a low-cut shirt, that is something that you would actively see, usually out in public. You are not going to actively see a girl putting her ass in front of you, doing yoga directly in front of you. It's completely different. Like, obviously, like, yes, both of them are sexual. Both of them are, there's clearly a goal to both of these things. But one of them is like a 4 and the other one is a 9. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain degree of severity of these things. And that's what I'm trying to say, okay? It's a strip club? Yeah, well, I feel like, doesn't that prove my point? If the counterpoint is a strip club, sexual content TOS only applies to female streamers. No, I think that it's very different. Like, obviously, and this is the intellectual dishonesty and disingenuousness that I think so many people resent. It is clearly different whenever somebody does a shower or something like that. Like whenever I do my shower stream for the charity event, it is a clearly different thing. The reason for it is different. The implication is different. The vibe is different. Everything about it is different. That is a complete false equivalency. They have no comparison whatsoever. And this is the kind of stuff that pisses people off. At least it pisses me off because everybody knows it's fucking different. Obviously, like, listen, I used to be 11 years old, okay? I know this might surprise you guys, but there was a time where I was 11 years old. It was a very long time ago. But there was a time many years ago where I was 11 years old. And I guarantee you that if I was 11, I would be watching that shit 100%. And yes, I have no delusions that, like, this is actually, like, I don't think these types of things are, like, genuinely, like, kids are looking at porn already. The same as you did, the same as I did, the same as we all did. But that does not mean that the website should not do at least some degree of due diligence to remove it from the platform. That is the difference. Of course, they should have some level of due diligence to make sure it does not show up on the platform. And that's what I think, man. People start watching actual porn at 12 easily. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, you've got people nowadays that are so fucked up that by the time that they're 21, they're only attracted to animals that don't exist. You know, like they can only get turned on by a fucking unicorn with a dick as a horn, right? Like that's the one thing that really gets them going, man. And like, yeah, I know people are nuts nowadays, absolutely. But they're not, it doesn't mean that you should have that shit on the platform, especially if you have it against the rules.